here. I mean, it's just like classic Metallica. Hello. So today's a special one, guys. Today we're going to be listening to some Metallica, specifically the song Welcome Home, Sanitarium. I call it Sanitarium. But this band is very significant to me. So the thing is, it was actually my dad who requested I listen to this song. And I told him, I've got a lot of songs to listen to, you know. And we talked about this like months ago. He's like, okay, well, what if I get like the tier that you can listen to a song I request? I was like, then I will. Then I'll have to, you know. And he's like, okay, I might do that. And then he eventually did. He eventually was like, hey, what if you do this, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. Like, I definitely will. And you know that I like Metallica. So this is a song I have heard like years ago, like 15, 20 years ago. I've heard this song. I really haven't heard it in a very long time. I only know one part. I only remember the Sanitarium, leave me be, or something like that. But I do not remember this song whatsoever. And I'm letting you guys know, like, if I've heard a song before or heard part of it or whatever, or if it's like a genuine first time reaction, like with Granite. With Granite, that was the first song I listened to. So whenever I listened to it again, I made sure to let you guys know that, like, hey, this is a do-over, or not a do-over, but and I kind of turned it into something else. I turned it into like a theory video. So if you haven't checked out my video on Granite, definitely check it out. It is interesting. But this band means a lot to me because whenever I started drumming, the first song I listened to was actually Dream On by Aerosmith, the first song I played. And then I played Enter Sandman. And then eventually, like, you know, Seven Nation Army by White Stripes, and then Master of Puppets. And I never finished Master of Puppets, but it was a very good song. It was a little difficult for me at the time as like a young kid and stuff, but this is from the exact same album. This is from the same album, and I'm excited to get into it, okay? So I know that this is based off of the movie One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, which is also something I've seen whenever I was a wee lad, okay? Movie I've seen forever ago, and I know the premise. You know, it's, I think, like Jack Nicholson, Danny DeVito's in it, and there's a lot of like eccentric cast members, I'll say. I remember it being like a fun but kind of like eerie movie, kind of like dark a little bit, but like a little quirky in its own right. Anyways, this song was influenced by that movie, which is super cool. I mean, it's talking about Sanitarium, so I'm excited to get into it. Okay, so here we go. Nice. I brought up the lyrics. Yeah, this guitar feels like from One. Obviously, same guitarist, you know, Kirk Hammett. James, their singer, he's there too, obviously. Okay, this is taking me back. This is very, very nostalgic. It's putting me right there. So this is something that I've heard them do in other songs too. I like how they have that like really low sounding bass guitar, and then like that really high pitched guitar just like cut through it. It's like we have this backdrop with like the bass with like such a prominent, such a beautiful guitar by Kirk here, Kirk Hammett. I want to pause it real quick because these lyrics kind of remind me of what somebody in my Patreon community, my Discord community, Liz is her name. She said before, she was talking to someone else, and she works in the health field. She works in the healthcare field, and apparently whenever the moon is full, that's whenever people are like extra crazy. I think there's no like actual scientific backing for this. It's just like confirmation bias, like crazy things that happen, they stick with you. They're like, oh, it's because of the full moon, whenever maybe that would have happened anyway, or it is just like another night. But talking to her and Jesse, this does not seem the case. But I like that it says here, no one leaves and no one will. Moon is full, never seems to change. As in, like, it's always crazy. Like, everyone is always crazy, or there's always, like, stuff happening. And it says, just labeled mentally deranged, dream the same thing every night. I see our freedom in my sight. No locked doors, no windows barred, no things to make my brain seem scarred. And it's like these obviously this guy, I'm assuming, is stuck. He's in a sanitarium. He wants freedom. He sees it, but it's just not there. And I like the last line, no things to make my brain seem scarred. Is it things that he's seen inside here that makes his brain seem scarred? Or is it literally like the drugs that they are forcing on him? We'll see.
Sleep, my friend, and you will see the dream is my reality. They keep me locked up in this cage. Can't they see it's why my brain says rage?
Makes sense. Ooh. Okay, we're going to go back and re-listen to this. I know you guys are annoyed, but I like the fact that just leave me alone. Like, we got a little bit more serious. We get a little more heavy. It's not more like staccato with like the voice, like different from the previous line. I'll say different from the previous line. And then it just goes into that guitar solo. Here. I mean, it's just like classic Metallica.
Assuring me that I'm insane. They think our heads are in their hands, but violent use brings violent plans. Keep him tight and makes him well. He's getting better, can't you tell? No more can they keep us in.
We're building.
We will win. They see it's right, they see it well, but they think this saves us from our
Leave me be.
Sanitarium. Just leave me alone.
Nice.
Sanitarium.
Whoa. Now we're switching up. We're chugging along on the guitar. It feels like something is happening, like something changed. Like the fear that we're talking about, like they have our heads in our hands. They think they're doing us good. They're saying, hey, you're insane. Like, you need this. Take this drug. You know, this is for your own good and stuff. But it's literally building the rage. And I feel like this is the point where it's like something flips. Like we're mad. We're going to do something about it. You can feel it in the music.
Some
Nice. Okay. You're just doing the double bass here. No, I'm wrong. I like the fact that it sounds kind of like, oh, this is a remastered version. It sounds at the end there kind of like a live performance, you know? Like we're hitting like the dun dun brum dun dun brum on the drums and stuff with the guitar. So it's just this is classic Metallica, and it's really good. And I feel like I was kind of spot on with the building of the tension up and up and up, because it says fear of living on, natives getting restless now, mutiny in the air. Got some death to do. Mirror stares back hard. Kill, it's such a friendly word. Seems the only way for reaching out again. Because it's reaching out for that freedom. Because a lot of people, especially in the 80s, 90s, but I bet nowadays, that's a baseless claim. I can't really know for sure. But a lot of people are like in sanitariums and like mental institutions against their own wills. And I think that's what the premise was for Jack Nicholson's character in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, but I'm not entirely sure. Anyways, yeah, really good song. This is like classic Metallica. I liked the drums. The thing is, what's a little bit hard about learning the drums with Metallica, it's not necessarily like quote unquote difficult, but like you'll notice what Lars does here is he does a couple random, like he'll do a little drum fill and then you expect just like a tsh, like he does the snappy snare plus crash, like that's what he does instead of like often the crash plus bass drum. But he'll hit it twice randomly. Or he'll do like a drum fill, like not a drum fill really, just like snare, 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 and then he does a quick tom tom tom, boom boom boom. Which I actually like that's something I really like about how he drums. But he definitely has a certain style. Metallica as a whole has a style, or maybe it's just I know Master of Puppets, and it's just that song specifically has stuck with me, and that's why this song, Welcome Home, from the same album, feels pretty similar, you know? But I liked it a lot. I liked the building of the tension. I liked the guitars. The guitars is what really gets it for me. Like Kirk Hammett and James Hetfield. James has like a very specific like voice. So it's like whenever you're listening to a Metallica song, yeah, it'll give it away with the guitar and the drums, like their own style. But like James himself, like his voice alone is very like iconic in that sense. But great song, really good. One of their better songs, honestly. I mean, I know a handful of Metallica songs, but I'd say this one is a very good one. This one's actually a really good one. So thanks again for the request. I love doing these because I get introduced to like new artists that I could fall in love with. People like I the Mighty or Hail the Sun or Aviations. Oh, or Failure. Like there's a lot of good artists that I've been finding recently because of you guys. So I really appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.